Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from, welcome to Lady Lighthouse. Let me just doing a quick check of everything. But so far, so good. So you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. All right. This morning we are going to go ahead. Actually, before I do my weekly card pull, I have a few things I wanted to highlight that are new with us today in this space. So the first is, let me move my little breakfast snack out of the way. But the first that's joining us today is this beautiful rose quartz. I don't know. She called out to me at the crystal store that I was setting up at for a while there, and she's just so pretty. She's just, I love the smooth spiral, and she lives in a different space in our guest bedroom, with a few other crystals, but she wanted me to come get her this morning and come in here. So she feels very supportive in this space. She feels very loving, very very loving. Little loving energy coming in. So I've got her with me, and then I also have my selenite. I typically keep this by my bed, and I'll selenite before I go to bed sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, but really feeling like it's gonna be helpful in this space. And if you're not familiar, selenite is like it's both a clearing and a charging crystal. Yeah, so like sometimes, I don't know, the crystals talk to me and I do what feels intuitive with them. I'm sure there are plenty of booklets and plenty of things online that say different things. For me, though, I will use selenite if I have a ton of excess energy and I'm like, oh, please help me balance. And I'll like put it on the center of my chest to help kind of clear, under my pillow. So that's typically how I use selenite. I'll sometimes put it on, my tarot deck or oracle deck. I also feel like I need to go crack my window as we're starting today. So let me crack my window real quick. There we go. Cool. All right. It looks like we're as good as we can be. So we'll proceed. All right. Let me put these off to the side. And they'll probably come back. And I also still have my citrine with me too. So they're hanging out on my desk with me, but just highlighting the additional energy coming in. Ooh, I also feel like I should light a candle today too. We're just doing all the things, all the witchy things, all the energy things. So I use these little tea light candles. I was like, what's the name of this? The little tea light candle. They're scentless, burn for about 4 hours, but sometimes it's good just to have like fire in the space. Okay. Putting it over here by my water. It's an ASMR stream now. All right. Get that wet from the condensation on my water bottle a little bit. All right. I think we're ready. So I will do. We're gonna go full cami mode, full Lady Lighthouse mode this morning. And let me get out my cards. It's funny, this card was stuck on the top, and this is one that's been lingering since I think Friday. And so I'll just speak on it briefly. That again, this card is very much a reminder to take care of yourself, fill up your cup first and foremost before filling up others. And so I think all of the additional little helpers with me today are helping me do just that. It's helping me fill my cup in order to be of service to you all, to this space, to my channel. So my channel and my channel. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. All right. Okay, getting out my oracle deck, which is my beautiful The Shaman's Dream. I love this deck. Again, it was a deck gifted to me, and it just fits in for me so well. All right, we are going to do the energy card pull for the week of May 21st through May 28th. Take what resonates, leave the rest. This is for the collective, so we'll get started. Ooh. Starting off with Garden of Venus, Rest and Renewal, number 25. Yeah, this this card, what I'm being drawn to is both this little heart that's like dangling down in the middle, which is actually dangling down by a snail shell, it looks like. And it's just this reminder of like slowing down and loving yourself and finding the peace and beauty in your day-to-day life, in the simple moments. Very stop and smell the roses, very go be in nature, go explore, but don't do it with a purpose. Do it or with the purpose of, trying to get somewhere. Just go, relax, slow down, put your feet on the earth. There's even like a little fox down in the corner. This also, I'm getting a picture of like my front porch glider and just like sitting amongst the flowers and birds and just kind of tuning in. I feel like I need to highlight the number 2 separate from 5, and then also adding them together is the number 7. All very, very powerful numbers coming through. It's funny, I also the like shape of this like light outline gives me like I see a body, like I see a shape of a body. And as soon as I said that, they're like, that's you. And it's the message being like almost like imagining that as your energy body, your ethereal body. And it's just like, go out into nature, go slow down, go ground. And just feel the joy and the love and the peace there is for you in the present moment. That's nice. That feels complete. Whatever's in the highest and best. Okay, it's a top card. Beloved number 2, another power of 2, or number of 2 coming through. Very, very much feeling like a partnership, very much feeling it's not only beloved, but also beloved. So, ooh, gave me chills. And this card is just feeling like I'm feeling really drawn to this like shooting star, fiery little arch over here, and it's pulling me to the right side, and so it's feeling like the feminine side. Hold on. Yeah, it feels like loving the logical brain of you, loving the masculine traits, loving the strength and the power, and protection energy within you. That part felt a little bit more potentially for me than the collective, but we continue. Yeah, I think that about sums up that card. I am now picking out that there are dragonflies. There are 3 dragonflies on this card. There's one down here, tiny one there, and then another one right there. And so I feel like I need to highlight the 3 different dragonflies throughout this card, but be loved. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to give love. Maybe. We'll see if my camera comes back. Use that as an opportunity to go to the next card. There we go. Ah, okay. Ooh, I haven't seen this one before. Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. Hold on, let me take this in for a second. This is cool. Okay. This is also number 12. Bringing up that number 2 again. And I also feel like I need to highlight the 1 being separate here. But really this card just gave me chills, it gave me brain tingles, it gave me just this sense of like, we are spreading love, we are spreading light to protect. And like, we are becoming beings of the light, and this dragon's horde are the individuals that are waking up to love, waking up to light, waking up to their powers and their gifts, and spreading that love and light and joy and kindness and compassion to others, to protect our future selves, protect the future, not even just ourselves, but just, well, we are a collective, so I feel like selves is the right word, to protect our future selves. But this feels very balanced between the masculine and feminine. Like there are masculine elements on this card, or like sensations, and there are kind of the feminine flow, the feminine elements. And so it just feels like using both the masculine and feminine energies in a balanced way, with love, to spread, like the dragon's hoard is spreading the universal love. And I'm also being highlighted to the 2 keys down here, down at the bottom of the dragon there, which the number 1 and 2, so one makes me think of like it's yourself, it's our own individual, our own individuality coming into this, as well as the oneness with everyone. And then 2, for me in this setting, is feeling more like a union, a divine union of sorts, and whether that is the divine union of the masculine and feminine energies within yourself, or if it's a divine union with another, that's for you to sink in and feel what resonates. But that's also why I feel like those 2 keys are coming up, is like the key to becoming the beings of the light, and being this dragon horde or dragon's horde, and being, you know, protectors of the future, is balancing that masculine and feminine energy. We out here trying, spirit. I love it. Okay, that feels complete from the Oracle deck today. Let me see if there's... Okay, we're gonna do one from the Tarot deck as well. And it seems like the Tarot deck is almost like the psychic deck of what could potentially be coming, because I keep holding them up or keeping them on the top for, you know, the next week. So these might be more of a psychic glimpse into what's coming. All right, whatever is in the highest and best. A 10 of Cups, and I also flipped it up upside down. So, hold on. Okay. So a lot of what I like immediately saw or was getting was, I almost saw another rendition. I believe in you, camera. Okay. I almost saw another rendition of the card that I pulled or was showing at the very beginning. And so it still feels very much of like, fill your cup first. And there also feels like I felt this really strong word of balance when I first saw it, because of all of the cups are stacked on the bottom one from this view. And with the sun, or the sun like fiery light figure kind of going on in the background, it also has some like tree lines. There we go. Maybe. It just feels like finding balance with all of the light that's pouring in. I don't know if you follow sun, the stuff with the sun, solar flares, Schumann resonance, that kind of thing. I follow it loosely now. I used to follow it a lot more, but solar flares and the Schumann resonance and all of that, I've noticed from my own from my own perspective and own research that it does have effects on people. And so this almost feels like there's a flare coming if it's not already here, and it's like yeah, I want to say batten down the hatches. Batten down the hatches. Make sure you're grounding. Make sure you're finding balance. Make sure you're pouring into your cup first. And I see this like water droplet kind of, obviously it's upside down. And it just feels like send that excess energy into the ground, send it into the earth. Maybe we'll do some like grounding later on the stream, but that feels complete. So, all right, let me hold these back up. That wraps up the energy or collective energy poll for May 21st through May 28th. Lots of grounding needed, lots of twos. There we are. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow along on your platform of choice. My link and website is in the bio if you want to book a personal reading. All right. Beautiful. Yep, this one was even like, we're going on top of the deck. So we've put that over there. All right, let me update this. I'll give myself a chance to stretch for a second. Feels good. It's interesting. I wear clothes that align with what, like, how I'm feeling or the energy for the day of kind of what my body's needing. And I wear a lot of colors typically, but on the days that I do like full days of channeling, my body's like black. Which for me, black is a protective color. Black is it helps me keep my energy to myself as much as possible, and allows me to just kind of be the channel and not try to get my energy too intertwined with others. So, you know, it's not just a phase, mom. But some of the other things too. Oh, hold on, the doggos are barking. Okay. No? Well, I think it's okay. Gotta love the doggos. Gotta love the doggos. Alright. Well, anyways, all that said, one of the things I was going to share was... So I was going through... Okay, story time. Story time! Whenever I was younger, I used to make a lot of jewelry, and I would do wire wrap jewelry, or like that was my favorite, was making a lot of like wired wrap jewelry. And I used to just like people just used to give me their like old jewelry, old beads, old things just to potentially make into something. Because some of it was steampunk, some of it was more organic, natural, um, stuff like that. And so, or like moon esque, like it was pretty. At least the later stuff was pretty. The early stuff, it was okay, but the early stuff was definitely, I was learning. So, anyways, all that to say is, when I was going through my beads, maybe like 2 months ago, because I was just trying to like get rid of some stuff, I found this old bag, and I put it over here, and it had a bunch of different. It had a bunch of different stuff from. It almost looks like an Indian reservation or an Indian school. Like, I mean, this literally says, uh, Saint Labor Indian School in Montana. But a good chunk of the stuff that was in this little bag feels like, you know, gift shop little trinket things that didn't really feel like, there doesn't feel like there's much energy there. Like, it just felt like it came from a gift shop. But there were a couple things that I pulled out because when I was going through it recently, there was like some of the energy like really stood out, and I thought it would be good to share in this setting. So if you're not familiar, I think it's called. Hold on. Is it? Yeah, psychometry, where you get knowledge about a person or event by like making contact with an object. Yeah, I was like, I don't always remember all the terms, but that's fine. I get the concept. And that's what's important. So, anyways, as I was going through, there were a couple things that stood out to me. And because I've always been someone that before I buy something, I really want to touch it if I can, because like I need to know how it feels, and I can. As I was unleashing my my intuition, that's how I learned that. Oh, actually, uh, the images and stuff and sensations I'm getting when I'm touching these different things are like little memories that are stored in the object and not just me making up random ass stories about everything. So, at least that's what I'm believing. So, take it or leave it. Anyway, the thing that I feel the most drawn to and I wanted to share was this coin that is this historic channel club, and it's 1776. The front. I believe. There we go. It's doing its best. It's doing its best to focus. But anyways, so when I picked up this coin, because there's a few other things, but this is the one. This is the one that was like the most clear picture of something, and really, and really the picture that I keep getting whenever I hold it in my hand, and I typically put it in my left hand. Um, Let me just tune in now. We'll see if that's the same thing before I share. Yeah. The picture that I keep getting whenever I hold this coin is like I get a man in, it feels like the Massachusetts, New York City area, and it's like he's in a black trench coat on a cobblestone street, crossing the street, like crossing an intersection, and he goes and buys a newspaper. And it's like this coin, like the memory that I get from this coin is like that scene of the man in the trench coat. He might even have a black hat on too, but it's just like a very kind of, it feels kind of like a overcast day. And he's going across an intersection. And it feels like he's going like diagonally across. And he goes and he places this coin, like this coin was exchanged for a newspaper. And this ended up in a pocket, and then, you know, who knows how it got here, but like that is the energy, the story that is attached to this coin. Yeah, I was just seeing if the coin wanted that memory or that energy to be cleared, and it's like, no, I just wanted to share that. That's so cool. Like, that's so cool. Thank you. There's been other times that I have, like, in my intuition. Oh, hold on. There's whenever I was training with my spiritual coach for intuition development, I was in like a little cohort, and one of the things she did was send out, or my coach sent out little items to people of hers, and then we got to practice like reading the energy of them in one of our classes. And that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun because I won't. Do I actually still have that? I don't know if I still have it. I might have gotten rid of it. Yeah, I think I don't see it, so I might have gotten rid of it. And that's okay. But there was like this random little piece that I got that it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, I don't know what the heck this is. My logical mind was trying to figure out what it was. But when I got to hold it, it had this whole story wrapped within it about just like where it came from, and kind of what it was for, and you know, some different moments in time that it was present for. And it was funny because when I told my coach about, like, as I was relaying back what I was getting, she was like, well, hold on. Interesting. Okay, so when I was relaying it to my coach, she confirmed what I was saying, at least, and she was excited for me, I'll say. Okay. Is there anything else over here that I want to share? Okay. I'm feeling also drawn to, there's this really tiny, now we're really gonna mess up the camera. There's this really tiny earring that is this coin. I've never read this one before, so let's see what comes through. Like I feel really distracted by the music with this one, so hold on, let me mute it, at least on my side. Yeah, as I'm sitting trying to tune into this one, it feels just feeling a lot of like pressure or tingly coming through in my third eye and the top of my nose. Oh, interesting. I feel like I'm getting the sensation like someone just like punched me right in my right eye, and it feels like I'm getting a black eye, and like the top of my nose is uh like broken. It almost feels like that's hold on. It's like that's when this became lost. Was there was a fight or lost. That's when this left its last owner, or its main owner. It's just like there was a fight of sorts. Yeah, because now I have a sensation going up the right side of my neck, and it just feels like I've been like whacked, and it just. We're just gonna breathe through that. Like I said, the feeling of being punched in the face or punched on the right side. I even have like feels like my ear is bleeding, like my inner ear is bleeding. Like that's just this whole side feels like it's just been. I get the image of it feels like whoever's this was, it was more of like a male presenting being, and they got like the scene is like they get like punched in the face or punched in the nose or ear, just like I said, this feels broken, my ear feels like it's bleeding, like this whole side just hurts, and I feel like I got like knocked out. I'm like on the ground on dirt, like primarily like a dirt with like loose gravel, but not like a gravel road, but like a dirt area. And it feels like the dirt is more like a reddish tan dirt. So I feel like I'm more in the like Arizona-y area. Hmm. I at least see they at least are showing me that the young boy, because it doesn't feel like an old person. It feels like a young a young boy, not quite like a full adult, but maybe somewhere in the, like the early teenage years, or just about teen, kind of getting back up. Kind of like limping down the road. Mm. There's like a mix of feelings too with them, of just like this anger, pain, sadness, hurt. Like physically hurting, wanting sort of revenge, but knowing like that's not the best path, and just knowing, but also this like sensation of like I want my mommy. And then the scene changing to like coming like getting home in this like small, it's very small house, or like mm, yeah, like a 1,200 square foot house space, if that. And mom running over, and it's like, oh my god, what happened? And patching up the nose, like washing off the cuts and bruises, and putting on like a bandage across the nose. Like sitting in the kitchen, or like on the dining room table in the kitchen. She's, you know, getting me cleaned up, or getting this boy cleaned up. And again, this sensation of like every time she's touching the nose, it hurting. Okay. I think that's enough for this earring. I'm gonna send the energy back to it, and call my energy back. That was that was intense on the nose or in the ear a little bit. Here's the Here it is again, just for, oh, maybe. There you go. Trying. All right. Yeah. Let's turn away. Send that energy back. I'm gonna put that back in the bag. That one's got quite the energy, quite the story with it. Me clear out some of that. Maybe that's why I have this today. Feel just feel like I gotta make sure my nose is okay after that. Because I have, I don't know if I've formally broken my nose before, but I've definitely injured my nose plenty of times growing up. And that was something that I was self conscious about for a while. I've gotten over it at this point. I'm like, look at my beautiful nose. I have a Polish nose. A good sniffer. Oh, gosh. Hold on. Helping figure out that energy. Let me ground it out for a second, too. That's the thing with energy work, you know, it's an opening, at least for me, a lot will come through in sensations in my body. Oh, you're like, thank you for grounding, touching the ground. A lot will come through and as sensations in my body, and uh, yeah, it takes a minute to clear that out. Like I don't need to hold this. This is not mine to carry. I was just doing a little clearing. A little Reiki, little love, little light. I have my candle going on my desk and just, you know, sending it to be composted. Oh. Good. All right. All right. Who's ready for a card pull? Actually, I think I'm going to use this as an opportunity to go to the bathroom real quick, and that'll give me more of a chance to just like clear it. Because I feel like it's moving, but I feel it's still lingering a little bit. So let me go to the bathroom real quick, maybe grab a snack, and then we will return. Just a few minutes. Alright, we're back. And I opened my doors, so I have all of the animal companions in here. I guess we'll do this and I'll show you. I got my ladies down here at my feet. The King Atreus over here. And then it's not really focusing on her, but she's over there. Please stop it. We'll see how long that lasts with her in here, though. Stop. 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 Hold on. Let me. Yeah, like I said, this is turning into a pet stream. That cat does, her name is Farah. She likes to both, okay. She likes to be tucked in under blankets. She also likes to chew on plastic. So like a plastic shower curtain liner. She likes to, there's lots of little holes in the one that we have in our guest bathroom because she just munches it. She's funny. Okay. Let's go back to this. Let's do I'll do a card pull for myself. I'm feeling Oracle. I ate a granola bar during my little break, and now I feel like it's just still stuck. Okay. The animal companions have left. It's fine. It's fine. Remember the message earlier this morning about staying grounded? Maybe that's why we have so many extra supporting crystals and stuff with us today. I'm just gonna take a deep breath here. Okay. All right. Everything's fine. We're going to do a card pull for myself for this week. There we go. Whatever's in my highest and best. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I just got a stack of cards. Hilarious. Okay. These are all cards that have shown up. Okay, so these 3 are cards I've pulled for myself last week. And I believe, actually this middle one might have been for someone else too, but this one I keep pulling for myself. This middle one I pulled for someone else about community. This one was pulled for the collective, but also myself, and I think someone else too felt like it was coming through. So this is just in the space right now. I do love the fact that the power of community came through for me right now, or came through in this, because there's some family gathering, different stuff working like in the works that this feels like supportive of. And this one feels really just the reminder to, like, you know, enjoy those little moments with family, enjoy the the quirks of family. And however that is, and just being, you know, be yourself, be the light you want to be, and bring the fun and joy and everything else, and everyone else will fall away, and that's all right. But really this feeling of shining your light is what has the ripple effects. The light that you have within yourself will get shared with those around you. I'm very attracted to this one right now, and it's very queen energy, very divine mother energy. Lots of information coming in, lots of energy pouring in. This has been in the field for like 2 weeks now, and it is remaining in the field, which is fine. There's lots going on, and being able to recognize when you are in a state of overwhelm, so that way you can find gratitude, sink back in, ground yourself, and just enjoy what's pouring in. Work with the energy as best you can. Tomorrow's the 22nd. And this bitch is a master energy transmuter. Yep, I think that's all I need to say about that one. And the other 2 that are popping up. My cat Atreus is now meowing at me through the door. Anyway, the other 2 popped up. These came through for other people last week, I believe, but coming up now in this space of stars in the sky and the crossing initiation. And so it feels like for me, oh look, they're actually it makes like this continuous bridge. I love that. That's cool. But no, these 2 for me right now are just feeling like all of this energy that's pouring in. All this energy that's pouring in, all of the coming into community or the family stuff that's happening, like there are unlimited possibilities for where I could go, what I could do, and even just like the message that I keep feeling is, you know, things will start out slow. Things will start out slow, and things will start out slow until they won't, until all of a sudden it will take off. And so this this slow period is that initiation. This slow period is this, like, helping get the ducks in a row, helping make sure everything is organized as best as possible to handle or to juggle or to, allow that abundance and allow that to come in and it not be like, it could be, overwhelming, but also in a good overwhelming and an overwhelm that you're able to tackle, and not an overwhelm that causes, an anxiety attack and lack of movement and then crashing and burning. So it's like each step of the way is a teacher and is a guide and is a moment of expansion to allow yourself to step into the abundance that's here, that's already yours, that's here, that's already yours. Step into the abundance, step into receiving, and be able to take the actions you need to take from a grounded place and not from a place of, oh my gosh, what do I do next? So you're crossing that road right now. That feels complete for me. Good morning, Janine Lily. I am doing well. How are you? Oh, such a good day. I was just reading for myself there. I am taking reading requests. I'm doing card pulls this morning and then psychic channeling this afternoon. Would I do a psychic reading right now? I could do a... Hi, Jenny Vlogs. I could do a psychic reading too right now if that was of interest and that feels in alignment. You don't need to be super structured. Okay. All right, Janine. If you do I consent for a reading, that would be just that makes it clear for me in chat. And then will you do that? Let me put timer on the screen. That's exciting. Yeah, like I said, I just need your explicit consent, and then it would be 15 minutes of... That's okay. It would be 15 minutes. I'd do my opening prayer, and just bring through whatever's in your highest and best. Maybe it'd be energy clearing, maybe it's mediumship, maybe it's card. Thank you. And it does feel in alignment, so I am good to proceed. So just relax. You can always, if for whatever reason you're like, okay, I don't actually want this anymore, you can always withdraw your consent. And if you say, if you type in chat, I withdraw consent, or I'm done, or something like that, I'll stop. So this is very much a consent space. And if you're like, I'm done, that's too much, I will step back, I'll pull my energy back, and it'll be okay. So. Awesome. All right. I go ahead and get the timer started. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Divine Source, Infinite Creator, call upon you now to bring forth whatever's in the highest and best for Janine Lily. Call upon my team and Janine Lily's team to bring forth whatever's in their highest and best. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your gifts. Right off the bat, I'm just feeling this tremendous amount of love and light just pouring down. Just pouring into you. I'm just seeing this warm golden light, a little bit of pink, just surrounding you. So much love. So much light. I'm feeling myself want to smile, and I encourage you, if you're enjoying the sensation, allow yourself to giggle, allow the smile to come to your face, allow yourself to feel the joy, the warmth, and the goodness that it is to be here and to be connected to Source. This love is here for you always. You can tap into this whenever you'd like. I'm getting the visualization of you as almost like a little girl running around in a field of flowers. The flowers are like up to your knees or up to your waist. The sun is beaming down on you. And you got like long, looks like a light colored hair, potentially blonde, kind of wavy. You're just giggling and you're laughing. And it feels like your mother's there. And she's playing with you. She's laughing with you. She's holding your hand. You're running and jumping and leaping and spinning, and when you're all energy or energized out, you're giggling and you guys come together. And you just giggle as you fall onto your back, being caught by these beautiful flowers, this beautiful field. You land gently on the ground, looking up at the sky, looking up at the clouds, picking out different shapes, pointing out different shapes. What do you notice here? Allow yourself just to observe. Are the clouds dancing? Are they morphing into different shapes? Are they playing a scene? Just notice what the clouds are showing you. When you're ready, I invite you to ask the clouds for clarity, to ask the clouds a question that's on your heart. Ask them to show you what you need, what you're looking for, where to go next. Ask the clouds for any final thoughts, any final messages or symbols they can share with you here. Bring those images, those messages down into your heart. Bringing them in to take with you on this journey back. As you were laying there, your higher self joined you, and she's going to she's helping you up from the flowers. As you begin to walk hand in hand, across the field, across the meadow, glancing up at the skies, sending a thank you to the clouds. As we journey back, to our bodies here, making our way to stream, the gentle water flowing by. Following that stream down through the woods, till we come upon a tree with a door. Taking a deep breath and giving a sigh of gratitude, a hug of gratitude to your mother and to your higher self who showed up for you today. Thanking them for their time and their support. On your time, opening the door in the tree, stepping through, bring back here to your body. Coming through that door. This place is always a part of you. You can always access this place whenever you would like. This moment, we're inviting you to come back to your body. Come back through that door. Landing in your feet, your toes, your ankles, starting to wake up here. You start to wiggle, just one little part of you at a time. Connecting with your shins and your knees. Breathing into the ground here. Bringing your awareness up to your thighs and your hips. Invite you to bring your hands onto your body if that feels comfortable to you. Spreading that love and that light and feeling that connection with your body, your skin, your protector. As you travel up your abdomen, your belly, your lower back. Bringing your eyes, your awareness to yourself first and foremost. Over your chest, your breasts, your shoulders, down your arms, elbows, wrists, palms, and fingertips. Pouring that love and light that's coming through your hands up over your neck, ears, the back of your head, top of your head, face, cheeks, nose, eyebrows, forehead. Leave no area, no nerve ending untouched, unignited. When you're ready, you can come back to camera, come back here. Taking a deep breath. You are love. You are light. You are whole. And you are complete. I send all of your energy back to you. I call all of my energy back to me. Blast out any remaining energy that does not serve to be composted in whatever serves the highest and best. Send love and light to those you're connected with, your country, your communities, and your family. Namaste. I'm glad. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for sharing. Feel called, I invite you to donate. I appreciate you showing up and trusting me, so thank you. Senpai, thank you for the follow. I'm open to doing a reading for you. Let me just kind of tune in to see what feels resonant, if it was a card pull or psychic reading. Senpai, it feels like a card pull. Awesome. Welcome to the channel. All right, so card pulls. I don't use a timer, that I just pull whatever comes through. That serves your highest and best. If you have a question specifically for the cards, if you have a question for the cards, you can just kind of set your intention now. I'll just bring through whatever is in your highest and best. Oh, one just came out right away. I'm telling you, this card is really strong in the field right now, because this keeps coming up. But let me sit and tune into what it means for you. So there's a sadness or a grief that's coming through with this card and you right now, and it feels like there's an overwhelming amount of sadness that's coming through. I just want to invite you to take a deep breath. And let it flow if it needs to flow. Release the tears. Just let go of whatever that may be. Breathing here. It's gonna be okay. You can get through this. And it's okay if you don't want to get through it right now. It's okay if you want to feel this. We honor that. We respect that. We invite you to ride the waves of emotion as they come up. And we remind you that you can still feel joy. You can still feel happiness and pleasure in the pain and through the pain. You can grieve and be happy. You can grieve and find joy. You can grieve and have faith that things will be better, that things can get better. Both can exist, both do exist. It's okay. It's okay to feel like it's not okay. Yeah, let it go. Breathe through this. Your emotions are valid. Your experience is valid. Your anger is valid. We're seeing you. We're honoring you. There you go. Catch your breath. Reconnect with your body. You have the tools, you have the skills, you have the knowledge to move through this in what serves your highest and best. You are never truly alone. You are loved. You are light. You are whole. You are complete. Sending all of your energy back to you. Calling all of my energy back. Send any energy that doesn't serve us to be composted in whatever serves the highest and best. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up today and tuning in and allowing me to read for you. If you feel called and wish to support the stream, I invite you to donate. I send you so much love and light to you and your community, your country, and your world. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm glad. I'm glad you feel like a hyper golden dragon right now. You are a hyper golden dragon. Use that energy. Go create whatever it is you feel called to create. And if you start to get overwhelmed by it, just you have the tools and skills to ground that energy in and take care of yourself. Be free. For anyone else who might have just tuned in, I probably have time for one more reading before I wrapped up this morning's stream. Ooh. Oh, you're back. Okay. What are your thoughts? You have beautiful energy, Janine Lily. Your energy, your inner child, your higher self is so pure, so full of love and so full of light. It's about reminding ourselves who we are. We come into this human experience and we get to experience all of these human emotions, which are great. They're here for our expansion. And part of the joy of kind of waking back up to who we are and our soul is rediscovering our soul, rediscovering our innate light. Yeah. Come back to that. Come back to connecting to your inner child, connecting to your higher self, connecting to your being. Thank you for the blessing, Senpai. And I do get different visualizations with every reading. I've noticed like themes, so a lot of I'm a big energy transmuter. And that is how my channel is used typically, is to help transmute any pain or densities that's lingering, help remind everyone's soul, or whoever comes to me feels drawn to come to me, that we're all light, we're all love, we're all pure positive energy in our core. And so a lot of the themes are in association with that, with my gifts there. But I see each person as their individual, and I see different scenes and different different scenes, different experiences, whatever they want to show me, whatever you consent to showing me, and whatever our spirit teams consent to showing me. Because there's times that I've read someone, and that was actually really fascinating when that happened for the first time, where I've read someone and they actually shielded their identity. Like, I knew they were there, but they were cloaked in a just kind of like a dark bubble, and that darkness, or the color black, was a shield of protection for them, and that was okay. That was what they felt safe sharing at that time. So yeah, everyone's different. But I really love doing the energy work of helping people, or like using my channel, or allowing my channel just to be a energy transmuter. Because allowing just to be an energy transmuter, I'm like, it fills me with so much love to be like, let me help you move this. Like, let me help you remind you just how pure and love filled and light filled you are. It's not necessarily meant to be. Okay, hold on, let me. Yeah, I don't think I can speak on why your mom might have appeared in the vision. That might be for you to sit with. Maybe it's her higher self coming through to support you. I know I've had times when I've gone on journeys, and my mom's higher self has shown up to help me in some way. Whether it's to give me love that she couldn't give me in real life, or like here on Earth, but her higher self wants to. So it's probably something along that lines. And then the blonde hair. It's not. I'll say the image I get is the image that is showing up for, like, how, because I saw your inner child. What I was seeing was your inner child, and so the inner child showing up like that was her representation of who she is within you. And so even if you physically don't have blonde hair in this real life, your inner child might feel like she has blonde hair because of something associated, whatever you associate blonde hair with. She might resonate with that symbolism. I'm glad you have a good connection with your mom. I love that. What's a topper? Oh, okay. I will say I can't intentionally transmute energy in that way. Uh, if I'd say if you're wanting more energy work, that might be more of like a full body like Reiki session or something, or a energetic surgery that kind of helps realign your whole body. I do private virtual sessions as well on my website. So you can book there too if you're interested in a more uh, refined. I don't want to say refined, but there's a couple different options for the energy surgery, which is basically you like using Reiki again, serving in your highest and best to tune up, clear out, reset, release, whatever it is you might be needing. And Senpai, I love that you've come across my stream and you've come here. Yeah, I love the synchronicities that is just these different moments in life, and I've made some really cool connections streaming, so I love it. Trying to figure out how you feel about your ex. Is there a reading that would help with that? I don't think that there's a reading necessarily that can help you figure that out. Like I feel like the message I'm feeling is look to the clouds. And I don't know what that means for you. That's something only you can figure out for yourself. Perhaps something came up in the. I was gonna say, perhaps something came up in the session. When you. Okay, this is good. When you saw his name in the clouds in our on our journey, what sensations came up, if you recall? Mm, yeah, that's the source within you. If you feel okay, why do you think it wouldn't work out? If you're open to keep chatting about this, if not, that's totally okay. But I love I love kind of I don't know helping pick like ask probing questions just to help kind of spark. spark creativity. So it's not necessarily him you have a problem with. It's potentially his family you have a problem with. Mm. So his mom was in critical mind. I definitely know plenty of women, especially the older generation that grew up like that, uh, that were very nitpicky. Oh, interesting. She demanded a lot from your parents. I've never heard about this. Tell me more. Ah, okay. Okay. I was gonna ask what culture is this? So thank you for clarifying that it's an Asian background where you live with your in-laws. Now I understand where the uh, tension comes from. Okay. So his family wants you to live with him, quite old-fashioned. You don't feel like he stood up for you. Honestly, good for you for setting that boundary and recognizing in yourself what was your limit. What was, I love you, and also I can't do this in this setting. And I can definitely understand feeling like, yeah, I'm just kind of sitting with this and honoring you and seeing you and just recognizing that your choice is valid, and there is there is a give and take with partnership, and in a relationship, and it feels like if there was a way that, like, if the family wasn't so traditional in the sense that they really wanted you all to live with the in-laws right after marriage, that it could potentially work out. And it's like, if that's if that's an option and on the table, then I invite you to explore that. And if that is not an option, and I'm sure you probably did explore that, but if that's not an option, then it's like you did what you felt was best for yourself, and I applaud that. So it sounds like you know who you are, you know the love you have for that individual, but the circumstances around what that life might look like is not, or doesn't feel in alignment for you. And I'd also share with you, because people are always going to comment on our looks and appearances. I wish, well, maybe I shouldn't say they're always going to, but you can't control what people say about you, especially here on the internet. Uh, but one of the tools that I've used to basically, block that shit is, and not take it in as myself, because what she's saying is really a reflection of her own insecurities. Is It's called a mosquito snap. You could some other bug snap, I don't care, but basically you imagine whatever the thought is. So if the thought is, I'm overweight, or someone's saying you're overweight, you imagine that thought is a bug and you put it between your fingers and you snap it and watch it fall to the ground. And in your mind or out loud, you can say, fuck off. And so you can do this when you're like, you don't need to say it out loud. You don't need to make a big gesture of it unless you really want to. But the act of physically taking an action and saying something is almost like it double reinforces it in your mind of like, no, I'm not taking on that energy. I'm not taking on that comment as my own. That is their reflection of whatever they're going through in their life. And I'm not going to take on that guilt or shame. So that comment can fuck right off. Yeah, use it. Use it. I share that technique freely. So only you can decide what's right for you and what you're willing to put up with, but I fully respect individual who knows their boundaries and holds them. So only you get to decide what level of love you're able to show up and give for in anything, and how you're going to love yourself with boundaries. All right. Well, I appreciate you all chatting with me this morning and tuning in and letting me read. I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'll be back in like 3 hours for my afternoon stream here. Don't know what time that is for you all, but I'll be back in about 3 hours if you want to tune in. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon. Thank you for stopping in. All right. Sending you all love and light. Have a great rest of your day.